Welcome to Path Tutorials. This is the second Scratch tutorial, and we're going to be going over how to work with the graphics on Scratch. So we're going to be on scratch.mit.edu, and we are going to go into our projects by clicking this button up here. And you can see it says My Stuff, and nothing appears here. That is because we need to create a project. So we're going to click the button, Create a New Project. And what it's doing now is, well, you can allow Flash to run because it uses Flash, so that'll do that. That'll help load the project. So right now we have our project. So just a quick overview of what it is. We have our title. We're going to name this Project 1. And we see our sprite. We can move it, but this is our sprite down here. We can look at our costumes, which is basically the appearance of our sprite. And we see the scripts, which basically we can drag and drop blocks into this area over here that'll help control our sprite. And then in the back we see the backdrop, and we can edit it and draw. Here, look, we can draw stuff. We can draw a smiley face, and we can just undo that because we don't need that right now. But basically this is our sprite, and we are going to actually create a new costume. And what we can do is, after creating this costume, we can delete the old cat. And you can see here we have our paintbrush, and we have a series of different controls that we could use. We could make a square, and you could size it. You can make a circle, and you can also size it and bring it wherever you want. And there are other things like erase, select, and paint, which would actually just paint a certain area. Now, what you can do with this is make your own custom sprite. So you can mess around with these tools, and you can make a blue square, or you can make a purple square, or you can even select the this area and move it, and you could delete that, and you could just take this part and move it to the center. And with all these combinations, basically you can make whatever you want with this. But this is just the costumes for our sprite. So right now we have our little sprite costume. Now if we go into scripts, this is where we're going to be coding, but we aren't going to be going over that right now. For our backdrop, the backdrop is just the area where everything is placed. So we could zoom out and color it light green. Now the backdrop typically doesn't have an effect on the project unless you tell your sprite that it has to do something. So right now you can create a sprite. Now we learned how to create a sprite with all the paint tools, and in the next tutorial we're going to be going over scripts.